Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to clean an RC car. Today I'll be cleaning the Traxxas X-MAXX. This thing was super muddy, so the first thing I did was scraped off all the hardened mud. I couldn't really do it when it was wet because it was so thick and my hose doesn't even take it off. You can see all the scrapings right there. Now in the future, I'll probably 3D print or acquire some different tools for quote-unquote scraping mud. For now, I'm just using a dish wand, but I'm using the scraper side of it, and I'm literally just scraping. I think using something plastic is probably better than using something metal, but I'm having a hard time reaching into all the hard to reach areas like in there. So for now, I'm just using a flathead screwdriver, doing it gingerly. I mean, this is a pretty rugged plastic, so it's not really gonna scratch it or anything, but maybe eventually I'll 3D print some little mini plastic scrapers for times like this. But I just want to get rid of all these big chunks because once again, the hose isn't really removing this stuff here because it's just like so thick. So I think removing it while it's dry is important. If I get it wet, it's just going to be stuck to the truck again. Once I get it all scraped off, I use the bristle side of the brush to get all the loose stuff off. And then of course, I shake out the car and the body. Sweep up all that mud and get it out of the garage. The next tool I use is a shop vac. You can also use cans of compressed air or an air compressor. Now this shop vac, it sucks, but it also blows. And I've got this really nice attachment on my shop vac here, which is great for cleaning between seats, and it also is great for blowing out the car. So next, I turn on the shop vac, it makes a horrendous noise, and then I just blow out all the remaining small dust from the tires, from here, from everywhere. And as you can see, it's already looking pretty clean, and we haven't even touched it with cleaner or water. All right, I've moved production outside here, and I've got some additional supplies. Lemon juice, a massive bottle of it, Windex, Simple Green, WD-40, some car detailing brushes, a toothbrush, that wand, some shop towel, a couple rags, and some Q-tips. Now this is my first time cleaning this RC car. This is my third time, and the first two times I didn't take the time to dry it well enough. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So there is a little bit of rust on this brand new car. No, it's hard to look at. It sort of drives me nuts, but it's not really doing any harm. It's just surface rust, and I should be able to remove it with some of the supplies there, such as WD-40 and lemon juice. But we're gonna take care of that at the very end. Now, the nice thing about this truck is it's a waterproof truck. So all of the electrical components are waterproof, but of course, I've made sure to remove the batteries. With that said, another tool that I plan on using is the garden hose. But before I fire up the garden hose, I'm actually just going to cover this thing with the Simple Green cleaner. Just gonna give it a thorough spray down. The electronics are gonna be okay with this cleaner here. And I'm just gonna give it a nice coat everywhere. And of course that's on the actual truck and on the body as well. And of course I'm gonna do that on the back side of the truck as well, and on all four tires, just getting everything coated in this cleaner. And once that's done, just gonna let it chill and let that cleaner do its thing for a few minutes. Next up, we have the garden hose. Gonna rinse that cleaner off. You can use the jet setting. That might be a little bit aggressive to use like on the electronics. I don't mind using the flat setting. I think that gives us a nice, a nice consistency of spray. I'm not gonna spray the electronics directly, like up close, of course, and I'm gonna hold it upright just so the water runs off the body of the truck. And just gonna rinse all that cleaner off and just like pretty much just spray down the truck, right? And it's gonna take the majority of the grime off and just sort of go through and spray everything. Now, once again, this is a waterproof truck, so not too worried about it. I'm not getting too into the electrical components, and I'm sort of keeping the truck upright as I do this. I don't need it to be perfectly clean, but if I wanted it to be perfectly clean, of course I would like remove the tires and do like a breakdown cleaning of the truck. maybe remove some of the suspension and other components so you can get right in there. But that's why we have those tools after I'm done spraying it down. If there's anything that I notice that's still a little bit grimy, I can use the toothbrush, whatever it may be, to try and remove a little bit more of the grime. But it looks like we've done a pretty good job here already. That cleaner really helps break down that mud. And we already removed most of the big chunks that would have been really hard to remove at the beginning of the video. So pretty happy with the outcome of this. It's looking pretty fresh, that's for sure. Fresh enough. You know, I'm gonna be ripping this thing like immediately after, so I don't need it to be spick and span. You know, I just want it to be relatively clean after every use, because it's just going to be easier on the truck components. It's not going to, you know, it's just better for the truck for it to be well maintained and cleaned after each use. So I'm excited about cleaning the body though. Yeah, good stuff. Now after I'm done spraying it, I'm going to let a lot of the water just run out and sort of like shake the water out as well. And this next step is sort of a weird one. I didn't know about this one, but I did some research online, and this is going to help prevent rust. Before drying the truck, use your can of WD-40 and just lightly mist it in some of the areas that can rust. Nothing crazy. It's not going to hurt the truck at all. It's just WD-40. It's going to keep it looking brand new. Now, if your truck's super dirty, you might want to rinse and repeat this process, spraying it down, hosing it off, getting it as clean as you want it to be. But now it's the most important step of all. That is drying the truck. And I'm going to do that with my shop vac. Once again, you can do this with canned air. Canned air will get a little bit expensive. An air compressor, which I don't have, or the shop vac, which blows. So here we go. Now, when you're drying the truck using your air, be a little bit cautious. Don't be blowing the air directly on the motor and receiver. Those are electrical components, obviously. You can damage them. Try and just blow the water off the truck and keep that water away from the key components, especially when you're blasting it with air. Just use a little bit of caution. It's an expensive, beautiful piece of equipment. Now, one of the most important things is to get your kids involved. Teach them early, right? I did mention the lemon juice, the Q-tips, the brushes, the toothbrush, all that. I am using that to remove some of the rust that was caused by my neglect in the first place. And I am using a clean rag to dry some of the major parts of the truck. And once I'm done just going through thoroughly detailing it with the toothbrush and the Q-tip and the shop vac and the water and all these different tools, it's going to come out good as new. But yeah, the lemon juice works like a charm on rusty screws and components. For example, you can see these screws right here. I just put lemon juice on my toothbrush. Just going to give it a quick scrub. And do that on all of them. Yeah, it sure works good, Ben. You bet. You can use the Q-tip to get right in there too. Yeah, you sure can, Millie. And then just dry it off after. It's going to get rid of the surface rust, which it's not a big deal. As long as you take care of it early, like I am. Learning my lesson. With that said, if you plan on cleaning your car, just make sure you have enough time to take all of these precautions. Fully drying it. It is important. Don't rush it. You may as well just leave it dirty, because you'll actually do more harm if you completely soak it and don't take the time to fully dry it. Lesson learned. So after doing some spot cleaning with the various tools, it's looking pretty clean. Still a few spots there that I want to dry off a little bit more. I don't really need it to be showroom clean, but it looks a lot better than it did this morning. Holy, it was dirty. Now I have the body here. I want to make this look a little bit more pretty. I want to make it look brand new, so I'm going to use Windex and paper towel. Just going to spray it down with Windex, give it a good cleaning with the paper towel, and it should look good as new. Yeah. Hey? Kids are very interested. Decided to move it into the warm sunshine. That's helping it dry out a bit as well. Look at it on the table there. It takes up the entire thing. Doing some final blowing as well. I guess I didn't do the greatest job of cleaning these belted sledgehammer tires. Maybe I need to get some like tire wipes for them. But you know what? I'm going to be taking it for a rip shortly anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The final step involves just taking it for a rip because that's going to work out all the last bits of water and all of the different components. So just let it fly. Obviously, it's best to do this without the body on because the air is going to be flowing through the vehicle. So that's a feel-good moment, everybody. There we go. The X-MAXX is clean. But wait a minute. I got the tires dirty again. That's why I wasn't really too concerned about getting it perfect. It's not going in a showroom or anything. And you know what? If your RC car isn't dirty, that just means it's not being used in a fun way, right? Yeah, you got to keep them a little bit dirty, that's for sure. In regards to the rusting components, I could replace some of the screws and the drive shafts and all that with the upgraded stainless steel versions, and maybe I'll have to do that one day. But there you go, it's clean and looking pretty fresh. Now I'm going to put the body on and take it back out to the mud pit. I probably might do that maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll let it be clean for a day. It's pretty funny. It's all part of the process, right? Maintaining the vehicle is half the hobby, that's for sure. Pretty awesome. I love comparing the size of the X-MAXX to the VXL. Like, look at the body. That is a funny comparison. Right on, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.